showers control though. They're setting up Prime to the util. Dizzy over the top, Horn to follow through. Gives them access to the front of it, and again, they have to watch for the showers control. Icy, this time with reinforcements, TP and quick onto the trail as well. johnqt cannot hold his ground. It's dropped at a moment's notice, but the spike has been planted. You've got that extension and a reflank occurring. Rapidly approaching JonahP. There's a shot to the head straight away. Sacy gonna be dropped. TenZ going for more. Trying to lock it down in their faces, but Sentinel not gonna be discouraged. Sending out a Dizzy, that's 3 aims. Making sure that he deals with that one. Nade rebounding. Here in the wingman going forward. Somali as well. Ricocheting straight up, and that will be denying the plan, at least for the first wave of things here. Still 28 seconds. Got to get a move on. A fight now into shower. Sacy. He's got to lock down and hold down this spot and position. His team is going to be counting on him to have control of this area. Might be calling for the backup and reinforcements, but Trent is just making this tricky business to try and clear him out entirely. And he's going to get back up himself. It's another TP. Dizzy dealt with and shot down as well with G2. They're flooding them, swarming them, the positions. Doesn't matter about this subpar weaponry. Ult in the face to take. Catches both of them. Star-crossed lovers, what the hell can you do? But a fight on the side is all that matters. It's valyn sticking. Safety in numbers. They're fully grouped up like they want to go hard and fast here towards this A site. All but ready with a util. It's a nade. Doesn't quite catch on to Icy. He's going to be hiding, tucking himself into this smoke. Seeking to play spoiler if he can. Weaker weaponry again in the hands of these Sentinels players, but they are being swarmed, still haven't cleared. Icy just peek his head over there. Tap from Zellsis, pushed back by the mosh pit. The smoke fades away! Got the satchel to disengage.
Super odd moment there. He's stuck in front of the wall while his teammate's behind it.
G2 looking to increase that tempo though. Deep being turned up, they're trying to flood their way back in, spamming into the corners. They are worried about these positions. The spot seekers have to be used. Judge shot goes off, that's rattled. That does put fear into you. Strikes it deep into the heart. G2 want nothing to do with Lamps. Gonna be going for the out to extremities here of this side of the side as well. Wingman onto the plant, that's gonna be denied as well, but still the feed is built up with entirely green G2. They're dominating this one. johnqt is the last one left. johnqt, annihilation, it's earned, the time is bought. And he's just waiting for the sound cue, but it's given up. johnqt realizing it. That's a win in his books. Anymore. Exactly. No second go around, but it won't matter anyway. Sentinels once more running the same playbook. Straight into the A side as well, clearing out most of these players here. There's a lot of util to try and push them back and away. Lamps control is going to be vitally important. You can see them looking to fight this. 3 players side by side, shoulder to shoulder. G2 not giving this one up, but still can they maintain their composure against the rifle fire? Yes, they can. Rocket earned and sent. And johnqt is dropped. Sacy, it's the last one left here. It's got to do it with a bulldog in hand, but not able to put up a fight.
And now they're just kind of sending it into A.
Launching smoke.
Over and over again, why not? Running back once more. This time on the full eco. But the plant, util maybe going a little bit of miss there. No, just denying them the possibility of getting that plant down as well. Trent still holding down control. Ult looking to be committed. Valyn. Orbital strike in his hands. Doesn't go for it though. There's danger in this round with Zekken earning up his own rocket. Zellsis also with the orbital strike. How does this get played? Where's that one getting used? Push it back into Lamps. Only the one. Sacy's going to be cleared out. Peace of mind at least. JonahP trying to wrap this one around still. Like I said, there is still that danger in the round itself. Valyn, attack, trying to force it out. JonahP gets spotted as well. Across the map, it's a volley. It's going to be landing once more, not half onto this spike. Time being bled straight off this clock. JonahP still needs to land a few of these shots. Zellsis holding it with the ult, still choosing to commit it. Apparently feeling like this one is potentially winnable, but they've just been cleaned up.
There's no
time, though. There's no time. It's ticked away.
Step short here, look for a kill.
TenZ has the outside showers. But here, full clear of hookah, clear into sight. The ult's magnificent on buy.
That gets so deep. And you can see they slow things down so that you actually don't know what's going on if you're G2 right now.
Just enough of a pause as well. Rotations are finally arriving here. Leaf, straight shots. Nothing quite landing. The barrier mesh in his face. A lot of util's going to be committed. Spend it out here to try and push these players out of the spot. But again, johnqt not to be removed. And again, this wall is just causing too many problems. Round 2. So Thrash being used on equal size, I think, is going to be sending it flying. Entertainment, at least catching the one, but still holding it down. Zekken perched up on high, delivering, raining down a death blow.
And JonahP's rotated here.
Yes, a shot. The whistle's passed. TenZ will finally land it. Still no control though. Out towards over into last. A mosh pit. Oh, on top. The grab net. No timing. No, they just don't receive it on towards the back end. Sacy trying to wrap it around. This complete that pincer maneuver, and they do clean up these players. Wall finally dropped down with the barrier mesh. Another obstacle is going to be
there's space there. There's space there. They don't know.
Oh, he's wiggled his way right past it.
It's a long time to buy time for those rotates.
That might be an issue for them as well. Seeing it come through with a satchel as a showstopper. Rebounding it around. Annihilation not sure if there was that connection still. Valyn, he's rapid onto it. Approaches the angle, backs away now, buying time and space for the rest of his team. The fast onto the flank themselves. Two players wrapping this one. Sentinels need to stick this. Get this extension into the play. TenZ at least aware of the fact that he could have missed this chance and opportunity, and the timing, it's gone. Past and beneath him, flash into their faces, just about dodged. Nobody has given him an inch, and there's the wraparound. Finally, the backstab occurring. Zellsis has to put a stop to this, considering using the util as well, but he won't be saving it for the post plant. And again, that discipline on display. G2 not giving anything away, fully grouped up, making sure that they can face all of these fights together. Util points it out and paints that picture out perfectly. Line up over the top, Trailblazer at least with the connection, but the disease was not dealt with. Trent's still going to be repositioning, does have that safety at least. It's an anchoring smoke for him to play around. Both of them propped up. It's a wall that's been drawn, a line in the sand still. Zekken, of course he's going to step over it. He's eager to draw blood.
Got his ult from that one as well.
He's cleared out most of it. Two players now going to be wrapping this one out through. There's the TP also coming out. No way! And reset of the aim just enough here. Thrash has to connect. Orbital strike to punish as well. Showstopper in the hands of Zekken. It's anarchy occurring into the server. Orbital strike somehow getting the kill, and Zekken did not know which way to look. 2v3. Tumultuous here for Sentinels. Single kill could do it though. TenZ trying to stay alive. Drop down Icy. So fast onto the line. Zellsis now. It's the last one left. Bit of spam maybe, but that might be some false confidence. Potentially thinks that he got that one. Leaf gonna be sticking it. Bodyguarded all the way. And around lead now. Sailing right over. They're gonna be able to take this one in time at a nightfall. With Scatters, it's a good connection, at least onto the three. Dizzy over the top. You gotta pick and choose your targets quite carefully. Right from the side. It's Zekken. He will respond in kind. Out wide. Snappy. Almost magnetic. It makes it look easy. Difficult spot that G2 are pushed into. Valyn, not expecting it. Zekken, so damn active onto these angles. One more from the ace. Prowler spots it. Nade sent flying. Bit of a handshake in the air from it. See. Gotta make a go of this. Out through and White shuts him down. No ace in sight, yet still surely time has been bought. And off of that one. Slightest of off angles. For the players to face him though. You know G2, whenever they make a play, always going to be doing it with the numbers advantage.
Well, that wasn't a mistake from TenZ, but he just lost the 1v2.
And there's a fast play from Sentinels themselves. Nades again sailing past one another. Just trying to fight for this one. Control. It's not being given up entirely here to Sentinels. Still with that showers fight. Taken leave. One shot to the body. Brings him down. All weakened up here, but it's an open B site for the taking. G2 happy to capitalize.
They might have to triple TP. They don't have time anymore to actually rotate through spawn, but they'll go for it. And that gives so much room for G2 to get anywhere they want. And they have to take time to even clear this round. Unfortunately, Sentinels overcommitting through that TP.
They thought they had the read on what was going on, right? They thought it was bait over towards B long, finish A, and Valyn adds an extra loop, an extra wrinkle.
Get him, wingman.
Trent just pulling the util out of them here. Sentinels really struggling, just trying to take the timing straight past that one with the dizzy. There's a molly at their feet. G2
with that information.
Well, it's spawning too much here. Trailblazer needs to be broken. Grabbing it in response to it, but they're being squeezed. Barrier mesh, hello, that makes things very damn awkward. Straight in through, onto the side as well. They are just overwhelming it. Brute force. Name of the game here for G2, still with a plant online. And the reinforcements of Sentinels.
Thanks, Wings.
Just lacking that timing for now. Now grouped up and catching this one still. Bullets to the side, traded. I see there, making sure to shut down Zekken. 2v3 still for Sentinels, and they do have a slight weapon advantage, but only slight. Still getting a bit of a move on a run-up. Trent is happy to just play the cleave himself. johnqt, a bit of a scramble from him. Offloading this utility, seeking some sort of advantage into the fight as well. Up and over, that was accidental.
Second opted
Right through him, and yeah, Rocket does find that value. Plant still down, though. That was not pushed back. Leaf. He's going to be able to play this one into the post. Him and JonahP drops down the orb just for him to reposition. He's out and away. Tiniest of margins. It drops down.
That's the gun.
Still wingman onto the defuse as well. Needs to be denied. Mosh pit into the corner. Where do you stand? There's nowhere. Just tickling onto the toes as well. Gives TenZ the easy one. JonahP now. 1v2. Damage done. We can target. TenZ got a rifle. 1v1. Still no tap, no forcing of the issue. Dizzy has to be hit. JonahP! Right now with a lot of this calling because there's no bodies to even watch this one. Yep, no Thrash going to be committed either. Let's try and get themselves in. We'll be having that one for the post plant. That's even if they can get themselves into it. Orbital strike. Backing away, wards them, at least for now. G2 won't be able to get that plant down. And Leaf, he's going walks about. At least still going to be spotted here. Trent with another tap. Trying to force this one. Still with that deadlock util. It's up and away, but the space and the side is given. Oh, coverage! Trying to catch that one. Bullet to the back of the head, not quite there, valyn. Making sure that his sight was cleanly set onto it. Now the Thrash plant again, being pushed back and away. It is chaos into the mix. Thrash of his own, right around to the side as entertainment, and we're seeing every single possibility. G2, they've just dominated it. Plant, shut down, time is of the essence.
They can't get it back.
Zellsis just needs to stay alive. Swarmed, everyone after him. Down to the minute. Okay.
And that's already calling Zekken off. Meanwhile, there's still two players here. Good thing that John has that wall, though.
Now you're going to see the scurrying away these players. I mean, Sentinels just completely giving this one up. This is still Showers being held by valyn the entire time.
He's planning to wait out this wall and then hit. It's going to be so low the time.
Yep, just breaking it down now, though. Good to see if they can take this one forwards, making sure they deal all the appropriate utility. Plant goes down, and there was nobody onto the side from Sen to even deny it still. Ults have to be used. There's a showstopper around to the side. An adjustment there. Snaps it to the floor. Icy bringing down second. G2 looking primed and ready. Lights it up.
G2. They've got a lot of info, but Zellsis in trouble.
He's got to be worried. Bullets are firing through. Zellsis. He's in the danger zone!
Excuse me?
Absolutely absurd stuff. JonahP just drops him, and with that, first kill going away. Barry Mesh dropped down. Sentinels the only consolation. This fast flank occurring. They're going to be rapid through with it. Caesar's dropped down. Annihilation to buy them a little bit more time. Nightthorn flank follows through. It's all concatenated. Flank is denied. Damage is done to all of them, but it has to be this way through Zekken at least. Dropping JonahP, wading through the murky depths there. The smoke not covering it. johnqt just none the wiser. Only two to stand from Sentinels here. And this is the map. G2. Complete control. Zekken having to get a marathon sprint on, even just to regroup. Time taken away with a pit drop down. There is no chance at this point. It has to be a bit of luck on the side of these Sen players. They want to stay in this map. Perfect in terms of this. The kit is active, and here's emphasis being placed here by Sentinels. Looks like they want to try and pivot this potentially over towards the A side. With the door opened up wide. Horn. It's just on the G2 side of things here. Paranoia flooding through. Nothing to cover this one onto that high ground position. G2, the firing line to approach them as well. Anybody who just tries to skip their way through already with that casualty. Zekken going down. Now johnqt sticking the plan. Paranoia soups its way past. Already G2 getting some bodies now onto the side. Looking to try and take this one a bit more fast. Again with the approach, doubled up, still with that discipline. Nothing missing in terms of the pieces. A tap already from valyn, looking for that first wave of util. Everyone pre-aiming up to the skies. Sliders and gaps into the smokes as well, and the tiniest of differences might make all the difference here for G2. Still doubled up, tripled up, trying to find these. Fast flank, round from the back, TenZ is trying to deliver it. Again, low on HP though, 5 just to work with. He's got a contestant.
They're playing quite passive. They're going to open up the door. valyn might be under trouble because of that door open.
Just spotted Zekken, there's no way.
I mean, he's challenging.
Commits right past, he wants a challenge, he'll take it. Straight up, space gain and granted. Trent now with a job to try and drop this one, hold it back as well. Sees, plants it, deep onto the corner. Will prevent them from really trying to push it back and out, but a util supplementary in nature. It's perfect there from Sentinels. TenZ with the flash, and Zellsis can hear all the footsteps. Final player. Icy. Notified. Smoked off. Very little in terms of the chances. They're really skirmish popping off, aren't you? Grab net, that's a connection.
Oh, the nade!
And the nade!
He's dead!
Zekken! Oh! Barely surviving. Still Annihilation was committed and used as well.
They're trying to break him out, but he's dead.
Valyn, yeah, I mean, there's no safety there, is there? Absolutely no.
Oh my god! Whoa!
What is Jonah up to here?
Deep push up.
Doesn't get seen.
What? He's getting away with it. Murder in action, still wants to hold his ground, but eventually has to concede up that space. And towards C-Mal now. Any sort of hesitancy that might just be stepping into Sentinels' place. Still going to be farming up that orb, though. Zekken now, one away from the showstopper. Leave just waiting, Odin in hand, Trent re-clearing. Great information for G2 to work off, even with the player down situation. They gotta know this one is gonna be landing and ending over towards C. Here's the util, waves of it now. Emanating out, not slowing down as Boombot and a Prowler, but still got to contest and tangle with this guy, Leaf. Locking it down twice, but bang! The rifle aim is sharp from TenZ.
Big round.
Real precise. Trent off to the side, might be able to get a cheeky one just barely there, but now alerted to his position.
Still got 2 Prowlers to get through this.
It's a lot to ask for. Might be able to follow it, maybe a bit of luck in question.
8 bullets.
8 bullets. It's all been spent. You need quite a lot to try and do the job here. 4. Not much left. Doubled up. Discipline. Besides the point now, though. That's a hail of lead. You're not surviving. They already know. Hello. Okay, there we go.
That's the second round, though, that JonahP's really pushed up over towards C. Now, while there's action happening on the other side of the map, Jonah in the previous got himself pushed up right next to a cyber cage and tried to play underneath the camp.
I know exactly where you are.
That's unusual for G2. They don't normally push out and try to create solo situations for their players. A read on how Sen are going to play the map, perhaps, but it hasn't really worked just yet.
Bring around the Rosies. Nobody onto the B side to contest this one. Nade's going to sail past, grab net, barrier mesh, all going to be enveloping. Nobody can really press past this one. Still, Sentinels in the face of johnqt. Doesn't matter. Trying to hold it. So okay, Odin spam away. Hey, well, hold on. Paranoia. Maybe getting a bit overzealous there. Still, I see. Hello with the nade. The Sheriff. He's earned himself another one. Oh, here. Rocket denied. TenZ plucks him out of the sky. Has to come back. And 4th we go. G2 swinging out. Only down to the 1 second. He's going to have to pull off a miracle. Satchel pushing him back and away. Another tap as well. Into the smoke. Tracers. Point and click. Adventure game. G2. The setup is again. ADS'd up, I'm assuming, but Icy just drops TenZ, sending him straight back to the spectator seat. JonahP, Molly was used a little bit prior there. 20 seconds left now. The util's going to be flying through and away. There's a cage with the slightest gap in as well. The wall opened up. Going to send their way over towards this B side. But again, nobody was watching their back, so only 11 seconds. Got to stick this plan. Barrier mesh. Finds them a lifeline, but still, this is a lot of players committed up. Close quarters in terms of the action and the fight. It's a Paranoia connection onto the 2. Disrupts that high-low setup. Sentinels won't be getting away with that one. Need to clear up into heaven. G2 still with a massive player advantage. Nightfall. They want to take this one. No crumbs. And they're still going to be just dominating every single position. Still least into this one. So grab that and an aid. Clears off that early angle.
Could have been dangerous. Leaf likes to play aggressive there.
Oh, this might be a little late here from JonahP. He might not get out.
Just full sending it. Okay, Pit to just try and cover it. Is one. He fires right back. Still scared of that threat. The approach as well from all of these players. Horn has to be dealt with. It is broken. JonahP still stands his ground, holds it down. And there's so many layers to the G2 protocols, man.
They can't get in, and everybody's here now. If they push in, they're dead.
Be prime time for the pivot.
That's a great kill.
On to Leaf.
No lockdown now available, so retake potential plummets for G2.
The util going down line as well. No alarm bot through B. Valyn's going to have to pick up that area. Icy as well. Forced to lock this down for his team. TP committed. That's TenZ. It's right behind him, actually. Just takes tree control. Icy. A lot's going to be asked of him, and he will deliver. Paranoia glides through. The prediction is elite.
Icy is just different today.
Who is this guy?
I have the spike.
If this is the level of player that they're going to have moving into playoffs, potentially moving into champs, how do you stop G2?
Everything going right for them. And the firepower was always a question mark, but now you cannot question it. It's forced TenZ into this 1v3. Lurked as well.
They're playing so solid too. Look at the setup inside the stairs.
Yeah.
Now they know.
So patient.
10 seconds
waiting it out.
left.
Time against them. They see the tether, the trail. Points it directly to TenZ.
He just hasn't had time to put in the work.
There's the lockdown.
They're so ready for this, man. Already with the setup as well. Nanastorm's not clear from prior. How do you deal with this? It's 24 seconds on the clock.
They don't have time to get back into this. They just don't.
Entertainment.
Drops the spike.
He has to drop it. I mean, he was going to be holding on to it. A hostage at a time now, and you can get the reinforcements in. G2 flooding back in with the bodies. Out through the back as well. And it's perfection in motion. Showstopper. Very pretty finish to the round because it's all done and over. G2. We're going to be up to that 6. This is just...
perhaps the answer.
Yeah, they want to send it out over towards Leaf again. Nanaswarm's not really too much of a problem. Friendly fire just from the grab there. Not going to be too worried about it, though. They do have an open sight. Best chance the Sentinels have had in quite some time. Unfortunately, don't have the weaponry. That explains the eagerness. Second, going to be stepping up to this one. Stun. Doesn't have to worry about it as much. This is real aggression. Trying to get proactive now, at least with this hold into the post. Molly rebounds. Trip dealt with at least, but still with a massive disadvantage. Haunt in their face. Baits out the first shot. Annihilation through and over. But there should be no danger. Surely you got to imagine they clear every single possibility still to stand. Sentinels from the brink. And it's only Icy. Just like that, switches around, complete 180.
JonahP was anchoring Waterfall. I think Jonah killed zekken. So I'm not sure the same result is going to happen here.
Volley down, Prowler. It's going to be connecting here with the C's on top of it. Zekken. Finally, striking back here. First kill for him. Ult is online, available in the back pocket.
Oh, they used the deep wall into Waterfall, but Leaf is ahead of it.
Spots out onto valyn, forces out this paranoia again. The time is going to be ticking. The fuse battered away into the corner as well. Could just send it with a pre-aim and a fire. Doesn't expect Leaf. It's not cleared. He's the one who's finding all of the marks. A lot of space given up. Sentinels just willing now to play this one entirely off-site. Is there ready, at least for the mount spam. Bullets going to be raining down upon them, but do they have anything to stop this one? Nade as well follows through. I see he's got one at least with the connection. Pushing through. It's perfection again. G2. He commits over towards the A-Rubble fight once more. Door opens up. That's a nightfall. Will force these G2 players to at least scatter. Trent is going to be worrying and fearful, at least for his life. And Sentinels are making this feel like all that pressure coming towards A. Door's going to be broken up. No one expecting that wraparound trade, at least in sight. It does make it nice and even, 4 versus 4. But still that uncertainty.
TenZ used this paranoia in desperation, and now they don't have it to actually pounce on the site anymore.
And with Sacy gone, they're lacking all initiation tools.
Slightest of pause being called, but Sentinels want to send this one forwards, flying. JonahP, too much to really deal with. Overwhelmed.
Exactly
out onto the site. There was backup there in the form of Leaf, but wasn't long for this
Where
world.
are they going?
TP cancel, not too sure. All the way over towards C, didn't like what they saw, at least from that neural theft.
Sentinels have a combined 69 health. I mean, almost nothing to work with.
And that creates openings. At least TenZ is going to be hearing this one. A couple of footsteps. Gives him an indicator. He has to be the one to provide them the win.
He might have missed the timing. He might have given it a little too long. No.
Looking away and around. Spots the second one. Backs away. Plays his life. Intelligence there. At least on show. Fast through and away. I see still. Bit of that half advantage, but too many obstacles, surely. Yes, indeed. Treeing up back with the rest of the team now out through B as well. Spotting it again. Zekken does not have the weapon for the job here. Has to avoid most of these fights coming his way. Space garnered though. Lurks being caught. JonahP deals with Zellsis. Locked down. Any sort of plans to deal with this? All being overlaid. Overlap now. These were the nightfall. Sentinels pressed away. Knives are out. TenZ is catching them. And as well, hearing it, Icy. Sky might be the difference maker. Annihilation, not sure if that's a miss or what, but Leaf now onto the view, sticking, and it needs to be presence from Sentinels. They can't just give this one up. Bodies matching him. Leaf has to get off of it. Leaf! Yeah, nothing slipped so far. Cam contact. Seeing it. Plenty of bodies. He's not alerted himself, but he spotted eventually here. The paranoia Gliding through, Prowler as well. These trips. G2 want nothing to do with it. Pump fake being called.
There's
here.
nobody here on these.
Yeah, full rotation away. Sentinels not leaving anybody's onto the site, at least not to contain. G2 are going to be able to get that free plant off. Trent now into it.
The timing.
He's missed it. Leaf's just been inserted as well. This guy is going to be delivering that backstab. It might just be fatal. Trent as well being pushed and pressed away here. We're still with a grab net. Look down into the corner. Zellsis just peeking, taking these fights at just the right timing. It's opportunities presented now to Sentinels, but they have to try and wrap this one up, and they are being picked apart just from the side. But it's only JonahP left to remain, and he can't. What? Oh, he's right to the side. Classic in his hands. Hello, unawareness. What is going on here?
I mean, I'm baffled that TenZ didn't get that comm from his teammate. He was right underneath him, looked like a free kill. How is valyn the one that survives?
No
How is
way.
he continuing to get value?
There's just no chance. The weapons are being after winning the pistol. Tucking down, they can't even get the kill on the Trent.
That's great movement, though.
Backing away, surely.
What are you saving here?
You're in a 2v5.
Surely.
What do you do in this spot?
Backing away, saving the gun. They don't want to keep the sting in the hands of Zellsis. He's going to look for at least a couple of kills here, but they're saving the Bulldog.
You're not even getting super thrilled with damage done here for Zellsis, right? The Cypher ult on defense.
Economy's still going to be flourishing here for G2. And it's a round win nevertheless as well. Okay. Almost there with the ace.
I mean, that would have just been ridiculous.
Even the
AC site, a lot to be asked for from Zellsis. He's sitting pretty anchoring, but there's a storm coming here. Camely spotting the one, grab net, has to fall over the kill, there's no chance, man. JonahP just spamming away. There is that return of the fire. Damage being done as well, has slowed this push to a crawl, but G2 now finally committing to it, but they hear the jump on TenZ. Accounting for that one, there's a flank. It's finally going to be falling, and speaking of falling, G2 just struggling to really get a handle onto this side. It's a flood attempt, valyn doing the most right now. Touch to the corner, the spam and the damage. Icy, he's left alone to do it all. 21 health, they just spot the body and jumping around. Classic will do it. He's giving it up now, still with a double setup, but a nade clears most of this one. Nothing to really obstruct. Satchel's through. On top of all of it, valyn with a TP, any sort of punishment, it's not quite there. Sentinel's gonna have to play this one for the retake and spam from Zellsis. Again, high ground position. Line of fire, straight down to him. They want to fight this one aggressively. G2 straight up through into the back of the site, trying to create some space for them. It's a showstopper now offloaded in response to this pit. Drop down in their faces, not a lot to work with, yet still blindly firing away. Icy cleaned up in the process. Losing players here, but with the pit remaining, JonahP no longer a problem. He's picked off, and with it, the pit will fall. Leaf has to do a lot. A little bit too much to overcome. Trent, slightly ajar, taps away, no way, forcing into the 1v1. And johnqt unable to even get half. Destroy with a horn stick and half, and swing! Heavy stack of the players. 4 from Sentinels committing to this one and trying to disrespect through into the one-way. The punish inside Annihilation wraps itself around, trying to break this one, but the punish is still there. Predicted in terms of the movement and the pathing. There has to be a rotation now from G2.
Do you use Icy's ult in this round? You're in a 3v4, it doesn't look winnable for you, no real map control. Are you just trying to look to save that?
He comes from the school of EG, so he might just send it. Despite the situation, Sentinels is fully rotating with the deadlock util put down on A.
A entirely, they just gave it up. Willing to try and fight this one. It's a double, high, low. Needs to be that response. There it is! And that's a rocket. It whistles straight past. Narrowly avoiding falling. 2 to stand here for G2. TenZ. Sliders of off angles here, but a horn not broken for him. He's revealed, sees now nade, rebounding into the corner. Trent is so damn low. 11 HP still now, sticking in easily covered. Icy, he will drop and fall, and the jumping peak again paves the way. Sentinels, make sure that they've got plenty of players left to watch this one. Hello, the movement just going slightly ajar. Icy is getting away with murder. Here, johnqt though finally steps up and around, dodging, juking any sort of util that comes his way. And no more time, you don't want to be saving these guns into the next. You need to get that plant down.
10 seconds left.
There's no chance, right? they're not going to be able to get to the site in that time.
No chance.
TP.
Oh, he's got it!
Oh.
He's got it!
We play on. Pulling that one from nowhere, and even an ult committed. There's respect being shown by Sen. They want to close this one out. JonahP
johnqt's away.
looking around from behind. johnqt, importance in terms of the fight. Falling around, and one still stands between him and victory. The crowd wants it, chanting away. A bit of spam into the corner will seal his fate. Valyn just cowering. Doesn't want to give too much away, and finally, it's claimed.
She'd rather see 100 Thieves playing against.
Full frontal aggression by G2. Coming up with the goods with
This is
Zekken.
going to be a lockdown on Sia.
Sacy
You should run.
sees it, catches the contact, lockdown now.
It's breakable with the Odin.
Placed down, thin walls, spamming away and broken. You called it, and Sacy's still able to just hold his ground.
Whoa!
Stand it down.
This is so
annihilation. johnqt just missing the read and the timing on this one, but G2 can be a quirky team in that regard. Rebounds off, but no
They were
connection.
in there. He could have gotten that, but he just chooses to fire it off when he knows they should be hiding.
Yeah, it seems like much better to save that for the next wave of attacking utility. But Zellsis has got them pressed in at the back. Their only escape option here is over towards B, which I'm surprised that Sen are not looking to try to cover.
30
Ball's
seconds
been
left.
opened wide. Might as well roll out the red carpet.
This looks like it's on Zellsis. Do they read his position over towards B main?
Trips down, here's the plan. It's all happening all at the same
Spike
time here, just
planted.
trying to catch these low timing's potential, just in case there are stragglers from the G2 camp. They've set themselves up now into it, and just in that...
It's super important to keep those guns, and they do. A site positions when you have an operator.
Sacy trying to put that pressure and apply it. He's with the heat now. Nightfall has to be respected. Icy, he's fast in the trail as well, sniffing them all out through the back of the site, revealed and spammed away. There's no hope in
30
hell.
seconds left.
And Sacy just could not work his way through that one. A nade rebounding forces the satchel away. Once more, 3 players
There.
to stand for Sentinels, and a decision is made for them. They cannot play into this.
I think the TenZ op is hurting them more than helping them at this point. That's a spot where if he's got a rifle in his hand, his current form on Lotus, I think he's taking one with him. But unfortunately, G2 pushed him into an uncomfortable spot where he's taking close-range fights and actually has to swing into them with the operator as well. Even for a player with as hot a hand and as good a track record as TenZ there, those shots are just too difficult to hit consistently.
I think you're right. But for this next round, still carrying these 3 guns forward, that operator is going to lay lying on the ground there at the back of the site. And it won't be a problem going forward.
No, and they'll do it. This is full emphasis being placed over towards C. Showstopper, it was earned prior, trips into the face as well, but the timing just ducked straight past it. Icy, he's hunting. Hot onto their heels.
Oh.
Tail end of the fuse, just doesn't quite get it off still.
I mean, that space, though.
He's not going to be pushed away from this spot. Sentinels have to answer this somehow. Util into their hands, the Prowler at least catching on to that contact. And a kill, it is there. Icy, it's not able to escape away from this one here. Has to be fast and loose once more from Sentinels, but it has to all come together. G2, entirely off-site. They want to play this one straight away. Winning these fights, Valyn brings it at 4v4. Time to get away. Paranoia sweeps its way. TenZ, the pressure is applied, but his team needs to at least get onto this here. What is the call? Nobody finding it. Time is ticking. Options escaping. And Sentinels just can't quite manage it. Kills need to be found. Flooding forwards. G2, patience wins the day.